Hi there, I'm Jeanette Lane for Creative Stamping, and in today's video I'm sharing a tutorial for a double Dutch card. Now it's a lot easier than I imagined. The first time I saw these types of cards I was a little intimidated, but I've broken down the steps and this is just a really fun card to make and to give. And I'm using the Creative Stamping Special Edition Kit number 2, which let me just quickly run through everything that's in here because it's really great. So you get 2 A4 size stamp sets. One is for the boys with more masculine elements, and then we have for the girls. So super fun stamp sets that we're going to use some of those. It also comes with a paper pack with, again, both masculine and feminine kind of patterns and designs, so super fun. And you also get the Ideas magazine, which is jam-packed full of inspiration and tips and tricks for you to try with the products included in the kit. Okay, so let's jump into that tutorial. To start off my card, I have a piece of solid colored cardstock. This is a light blue, which is going to pair well with the papers that I'm going to use from the Creative Stamping Special Edition Kit number 2. Now I need to trim this down. This is A4 size 220 GSM, but I need to trim this down to 4 3/16 of an inch by 9 inches. There is my first piece, and I'm going to set this aside over here. And then for my second piece, I need to cut this down to 8.5 inches by 2 inches. So here are my 2 pieces for my double Dutch card, and now I'm going to do some scoring. So I'm going to change the attachment here on my trimmer, which is really cool. So that's the blade attachment, and then we have the scoring attachment, which converts this into a very precise scoreboard. All right, so for my larger card base, I need to score this at 5.5 inches. So there is my score line, and I'm just going to burnish that. And then I'm going to score my smaller piece at 2 1/8 of an inch. So we're going to do 2 1/8 first. And then I'm going to flip this over and again score at 2 1/8 inch. And then when I burnish these score lines, this is what my cardstock looks like. Now before I get to trimming my mats, I just want to quickly explain how this card is going to come together. So we're going to glue these 2 pieces here, so just line them up edge to edge, and these are going to fold over, and then we have that fun little flap on top. And so for my mats, I wanted to do one for this front here, as well as my little squares, and then one on the inside, and then just a few more mats all over, just to add some interest. So the first one I'm going to cut, my first mats are going to be my largest mats, so for the front and the inside. So that's going to be 2 squares cut to 3 15/16 of an inch by 3 1/4 inches. So I'm going to use this beautiful floral pattern here. I'm just going to trim this down first so that it's just a little bit more manageable size when I'm trimming this. So again, I need 2 squares that are 3 15/16 of an inch by 3 1/4. So these mats will go here. So one will go right on the outside and one will go right on the inside. And then I'm also going to need a few squares for the inside here of these panels and then the outside. So I'm going to need 4 squares, and these are going to be 1 7/8 of an inch by 1 3/4 inches. Now for our last mat, I decided to use this pattern. I don't know, I felt like it would just kind of pair well with the other one. Plus I love florals and greens and leaves, and it just makes me really happy and excited for springtime. So for this one, we need a rectangle that is 3 15/16 of an inch by 1 15/16 of an inch, which is almost 2 by 4 inches, like 2 by 4 inch rectangle, minus a hair on each side. So now I'm just going to start gluing down all of my mats. So at this point, this is what your card should look like. Now before I glue this piece down to the back to complete our card base, I wanted to add some ribbon detail just for added interest and also a pop of color. So I have this little yellow ribbon here. So I'm going to trim off a piece. And we're just going to tie this around the bottom here. Tie a little knot. I'm trimming off the excess and cutting the ends at an angle just to make it a little bit more, what's the word? I can't think of the word. Maybe you can think of the word and leave it in the comments below. Okay, so now I can glue this together. So I'm just gonna add some glue here. And there is our double Dutch card base. Now comes the really fun part of decorating all the panels with the design elements in the paper pack from the Creative Stamping Special Edition Kit number 2. So let's get to decorating. So I've cut out some flowers and some leaves from the paper included in the kit. So now I'm going to glue those on. And then what I did beforehand is I have a piece of white cardstock here, and I stamped using the For the Girls stamp set included with the kit. I stamped Happy Birthday to a special sister, and I stamped that in Nuvo Hybrid Ink in Laguna Bay, and then I just did a little dashed line all around the edge, kind of make it look like little faux stitching. So now I'm just going to glue that to my card front and then just add some of these beautiful florals all around it, maybe just this red one. Just that red one, maybe that yellow one. It's really, this is honestly the most fun part, is trying to figure out where to put all these beautiful little toppers. So that is looking good, so I'm gonna glue that down. To make this flower really pop, I'm gonna add some foam tape dots here. Foam dots, sticky dots. So this will give our flower just a little bit of dimension, and it'll make it really pop off the card. So there's what that looks like up close, and I'm going to do something similar to the inside here of my card. So again, I've taken a piece of white cardstock and stamped Enjoy Sister. So here we have Enjoy, and then we have Sister Sentiment there, or Sister Sentiment there, and then again I've stamped it with the Laguna Bay Nuvo ink, and then I'm just going to glue that there, and then add that floral, that leaf right there on the inside, and I'll be done with my card. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial for this super easy double Dutch card, and don't forget to pick up your copy of the Creative Stamping Special Edition Kit number 2 so you can get the papers, the Ideas magazine, plus those 2 awesome stamp sets that are included. I'm Jeanette Lane for Creative Stamping. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you real soon.